the whole concept of medium of exchange, having a medium of exchange. Throughout history, all the mediums of exchange, whether they be gold, silver, coins, salt at one stage, particular type of flour, I believe, at one stage in history. What else? Seashells. There's been all sorts of mediums of exchange, and I think that is the problem. The problem is the medium of exchange, because whenever you have a medium of exchange, and what we have today is money, and it doesn't matter what medium of exchange it is. So with today, money, there's always going to be some people, some members of the society hoarding that money and having more than they need, and there's always going to be people with absolutely no money and being in poverty and despair. And this is the problem with the medium of exchange. I think societies by now, we should have realised that we've always gone down the wrong path, and that wrong path is the whole concept of medium of exchange. A medium of exchange is just not the way to go. There's too much corruption. I mean, corruption in any medium of exchange, you have corruption. And the way that corruption is possible is through the distribution. See, that's the problem. Whenever there's a medium of exchange, you've got some members of the society having more of that, whatever it happens to be, in our case money, and then you have some members not getting enough of the money to be able to survive. And this comes down to distribution. And not only distribution, but we have laws in place that allow anyone to make as much money as they want. So, it's legal to be a multi-billionaire, even though you're never going to even need that amount of money. You're probably never going to be able to spend that amount of money in your entire lifetime. And yet, that's legal. So we have problems also in our current society with the legal system. The legal system makes all of these negative externalities possible. So, the medium of exchange, the distribution, everything can be corrupted. So, if everything can be corrupted, and the legal system, really enhances that and makes it all possible, then you're always going to have a society where there'll be some members of the society taking advantage of other members of the society to gain more of whatever that medium of exchange is, in our case money. And if you look throughout history, you'll see that it didn't matter whether the means of exchange was salt. If you were paid in salt, there'd always be someone that has a giant pile of salt, and there would always be some that had a tiny bit of salt. Any means of exchange, that's the problem, because corruption is part of it, and you can't escape corruption with a medium of exchange. So you can't escape corruption in a money-based society that we have today. So when we all realise that we've got to move away from a medium of exchange and into an access-based economy, where we create, with technology and science, which is possible even today, to create access abundance. Of course, with access abundance, you don't want an abundance of waste. You don't want an abundance left over after everybody has been equally distributed to, with the necessities of life, or whatever that happens to be. So you obviously, in a system where there's no predatory competition and there's no planned obsolescence making things inferior and weak on purpose so that they wear out quickly and you can sell them again and again and again to people, that sort of inefficiency would disappear under a system where we realise that there is no need for a medium of exchange. And really, the only system that we've that's been talked about and that's been researched, and people like Jacques Fresco, his life's work, and that is a resource-based economy. A resource-based economy is really the only way that we are ever going to get complete equality. There is no other way. There are no other means. If you look back through history at all the different isms, colonialism, imperialism, fascism, mercantilism, whatever ism, it doesn't matter what the ism is, none of them work. And we've seen that none of them work. You go back through history, trace all the different types of mediums of exchange, trace back all the types of ideologies and isms that there are out there, and you'll find that none of them have ever been fair. None of them have ever given life-supporting goods and services to everyone. It's always been unfair. We've always had certain pockets of society disadvantaged. There's always been starvation. There's always been cruelty. There's always been war. There have always been these negative problems, these problems that are just horrific, and they're always based on any society that is founded on a medium of exchange, and like our one, money.